Hello and welcome to this look at how to predict a formula for an ionic compound based on the position of its elements in the periodic table. We're going to use a multiple choice question that asks us to do this as the basis for how to go through it. So it says in the periodic table element X is in group 2 and element Y is in group 15 or group 5. And what is the likely formula of an ionic compound of X and Y? So we're talking about a compound where one element is losing electrons and the other element is gaining them. So we have a range of different options open to us. So we need to use the periodic table that comes with every test or every course to actually do this. So assuming this would be in a test, for example, as a multiple choice question, you'd have your periodic tables at hand. So I'm not going to go into the detail of the periodic table. Obviously, all we want to do is focus on where the elements are located. So the element X is going to be in group 2, so reminding ourselves that group 2 elements lose 2 electrons, and element Y is in group 5, and group 5 elements will gain 3 electrons. So going back to GCSE, obviously, what the elements are trying to do is gain a full outer shell, either by losing or taking electrons. So the full outer shell is going to be 8 electrons, so therefore group 2, it has 2 electrons in its outer shell, so by losing those 2, the next shell down becomes the new outer shell, which will have 8. And then in group 5, they've got 5 electrons in their outer shell, so they'll need to gain 3 to end up with 8 electrons in their outer shell. So the lowest common multiple idea is what you've got to do to balance the electrons gained and the electrons lost. So you can't have a reaction where one atom loses 2 electrons and another atom takes 3 electrons because there's an imbalance of the electron transfer going on. So the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3 equals 6, so 6 electrons must be exchanged to balance this out. So element X in group 2, each atom of element X will lose 2 electrons, so you multiply that by 3. Element Y gains 3 electrons, so that has to be multiplied by 2 in order for 6 electrons in total to be received. So we're looking for X3Y2, which gives us answer C. Okay, hopefully this was a useful look at a quick technique for doing this kind of question. It's actually quite common, this type of question at A level, so it's worth having a think about trying a few more. Okay, thanks for listening. Until next time, see you soon.